Okay, 6-player volleyball team must stand in a line for a picture. Determine the number of arrangements, and then also determine arrangements if Alexis must stand on the left. All right, so you might have a different number there. Okay, so how do we do it? So the question is about, again, order matters. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? The order in which they line up. Different player arrangement. That's a order. That's exactly what we get. Order matters. So what do we do when order matters? Decisions, options. Whenever order matters, you do decisions, options. If order doesn't matter, which we'll get to some of those questions, you do something different. You can't do decisions, options then. But we're doing decisions, options. I'm going to start with an example. Let's suppose the volleyball players, I'm just going to call them A, B, C, D, E, F, rather than, Alexis, Susan, Maria, whatever. I'm just going to A, B, C, D, E, F to make it easy. Those are my 6 volleyball players. And so I'm going to pick an order for the picture. All right, E, you're coming first, followed by A, then F, then C, then D, then B. I just lined them up for a picture. There we go. I just said line up in that order, taking the picture. All right, so let's think back to what I just did as far as decisions and options. I mean, whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I made decision 1, decision 2, decision 3, decision 4, decision 5, and I made 6 decisions. And then how many options did I have for each of those decisions? For the first, I chose to put E first. I had 6 options, right? Because there were 6 people, at least in my problem. There were 6 people. I could have chosen any of the 6 to put in the first spot for the picture, times. Next, I put A. I had 5 options, 5 people left to choose from to put next, etc. Just goes down by 1 every time, doesn't it? Multiply that together on your calculator. I'm getting 720. So that's the first answer. My first one is 720. Now for the second part, it's going to be a little more tricky. So for the second part, bring it down. So the second part, it says Alexis must stand on the far left. You might have Caesar or somebody, some other name, whatever. They're going to specify one name. So let me do what they're talking about. In my case, it's Alexis must come first. So I'm gonna say, okay, Alexis, you're first. I've got to put you first, whatever. And then C, B, F, E, who am I missing? A, B, C, D. There we go. All right, so I just did an example. Notice how I always do an example. That just gets me thinking in the right direction. And then how many decisions did I make? 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Decision number 1, decision number 2, decision number 3, decision 4, decision 5, decision 6. So you always think about decisions and options. So for the first decision, how many options were there? Well, only 1, right? I had to put Alexis first. You might have Caesar or some other name. Whatever, they're telling you who you have to put first. So you've only got 1 option there. You've got to put that person first. And then for my next spot, I had 5 options because there's 5 other people left to choose from. And then my next one's 4, 3, 2, 1. So there we go. I'm getting 120. So 120 ways to line them up when we have to put a certain person, Alexis, Caesar, whatever they tell you, in the first spot. You've only got 1 option. So decisions and options because order matters. There we go.